Hi, morning everyone. Thanks for joining our webinar session today. Just going to do a quick introduction so that we don't delay any further. So quick introduction, my name is Nancy and I am with the Alibaba.com Malaysia team. Thank you once again for joining all of us at this webinar today. Okay, I see some questions. Let me finish the introduction and then I will get to your questions in a while. Okay, so just wanted to introduce the other panelists on today's webinar as well. So I have with me my colleague Catherine Chan. She's with the Alibaba.com team as well, and she and I are both Malaysians, in case you're wondering. Kat, maybe if you can, try and see if you can share your video to let everyone see who you are, so that you know we are real people sitting behind a computer screen. You know, we wish that we could meet all of you actually in person and in under better circumstances, but given the situation, I think this is making the best that we can, and we are, you know, so glad that we are able to together, Alibaba.com and Exabytes are able to share, bring to you actually Miss Judy Kerr from Alibaba's Global Lecturer team. She is based in China, and I think some of you might already have joined her seminars before. We are happy and glad that, you know, through technology and video conferencing, we are able to bring Judy live into your living room, your dining room, wherever you are casting in from. Okay, so Judy, can you say something so that we can make sure that everyone can hear you? Judy? Judy, can you hear? Judy? Hello, Judy. Okay, let me check with Judy and get her to say something. Okay, welcome everyone who have just tuned in to join us. We have over 118 people on this call right now. Okay. Judy, can you say something so that we know that you are? Okay, anyway, I will just proceed to do a quick introduction first, and then we try to get Judy to say something shortly. Okay. Okay, so today's topic, we will just be doing a quick introduction of Alibaba.com in case some of you are not so familiar with Alibaba and this is the first time you might be joining our conference. For those who have joined before, I think this is the first time we are doing a online webinar. Okay, and then we will swiftly move into the special speaker segment by Miss Judy. She'll be talking about how she used online and e-commerce to transform her business during these uncertain times. As you all know, China was the first country to be hit with the pandemic. But in every business situation, I think pandemics, global trade wars, there are always a lot of uncertainties. And given the data and the way globalization works, more and more of these uncertainties will happen. Okay, so then after Judy finished speaking, there will be a Q&A session. So later, if you want to ask a question, you can actually either raise your hand, use the function in Zoom to raise your hand, and then you can also use the chat to type the chat so that we can actually see, and then we'll get to your questions, okay? And then one more thing before I go into the introduction is at the end of this session, we are actually recording this webinar session. So we will be able to share you the video of the recording. If you would like the recording, please scan the QR code, fill in the form with your contact details, and then Exabytes will proceed to send it over to you. Okay, so just give you a quick introduction of the Alibaba Group digital economy. So I think most people are aware of the Alibaba brand name, but not so much aware of all the different businesses that the company is under. So under retail commerce, we have, some of you might have shopped on Taobao, and then in Malaysia on Lazada, as well as Tmall and AliExpress. So these are the B2C portions of the business. We have the B2B side, and Alibaba is the global B2B global B2B side of the Alibaba business. And then we have the other supporting businesses like logistics, payment and financial, which is Ant Financial, and then we also have cloud services. Okay, so sorry for the ding talk, the sound in the background. Later on when Judy is speaking, I will mute ourselves. So you won't be able to hear me, hopefully, and I'll try and figure out how to turn that off completely because I've already turned it off, but it seems to keep going. Okay, so also just so that we are all having the same concept, in terms of the global B2B e-commerce marketplace, Alibaba.com is the world's largest. That means that the people coming onto our website are actually global buyers, and we have 10 million plus of them, 10 million plus active global buyers monthly. Okay, and these people are usually typically trade agents, wholesalers, retailers, manufacturers, and SMEs engaged in import and export of goods. And what kind of categories? There's over 5,900 plus product categories. Okay, these are the buyers, and the website is automatically translated into 16 chat translation languages. So this makes doing business easier for SMEs, especially because language has always been a barrier in globalization, but with technology and tools that Alibaba have developed internally, this is no longer a barrier. Okay, so what are these global buyers doing every day? They are sending out 300,000 active inquiries per day, and they come from 40 plus different types of industries. So global suppliers are where I believe most of you here today are Malaysian suppliers. We consider you as global suppliers, meaning you either you are either a trading company or a manufacturer. You have goods to trade, or you are a trading company moving goods in exporting to other countries. There are also some suppliers who are actually buying on the platform and then reselling it on the platform as well. So there's many different situations, but basically it's divided into global buyers and global suppliers. And global suppliers are SMEs. Okay, so I just want to bring to your quick attention this incentive, e-trade incentive program by Matrix. So this is a program that actually Matrix will hand out 5,000 ringgit of incentive for qualifying SMEs for you to actually start your online business. So this e-trade incentive has been around for a few years now, and it's going to end this year in June. So all applications must be submitted with the document before June. A bit in case there's any described document that you submit, then it would make it would mean that you either not able to get your claims back, or they might not qualify you to get the 5,000 ringgit incentive. So the 5,000 ringgit is divided into part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is for listing or subscription fees on e-marketplaces. Of course, this is not just limited to Alibaba.com, but actually, if you actually speak to Exabytes after this, you can ask them what is the process. Otherwise, there is a website up here, the Matrix website. You can actually refer to the full eligibility criteria and the different documents that you needed. Different company backgrounds, manufacturers and trading companies have different requirements by Matrix. So basically, you get 2,500 ringgit subsidy from Matrix to knock off your membership fees on e-marketplaces such as Alibaba.com. Okay, and the other 2,500 ringgit of the 5,000 incentive is actually fees that you can use for photography, translation, or other service fees related to your online business. So this is, for example, when you open an online shop on a platform such as Alibaba.com, the first thing you need to do after you get your membership is to actually get your mini site set up and need to get your product postings and listings and all that all online. So there is a whatever fee that is incurred, you can claim up to maximum of 2,500 ringgit to knock off for this service. Okay, so let me just try and Judy, I can't seem to unmute you. Can you please unmute yourself?
Hi, Nancy. I'm here.
Okay, good. Can you please try and share screen on your side? I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Can you share screen?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so I guess let's get started.
So it's okay?
Yeah, we can see your screen, Judy.
Okay, good morning. My name is Judica, and today I would like to share the topic is online business and how to face uncertainty and transfer the problem into the opportunity. So why should we talk about this kind of a topic? I think it's because coronavirus outbreak and everybody is face uncertainty. Not only all of you, but also me. And the last 2 months, and China is face really difficulty as a trading company. I also have the same problem, but I would like to use my experience and to share today all inside my PPT. I want to share my experience and then to make all of you to get a shortcut, see if you can learn something from my side or not. Okay, so I'm today's lecture. And before I start my introduction, I would like to use one video to introduce about myself. Maybe some of you already know me because I went to Malaysia December and also August. Yeah, I went there for 2 months, 2 times already. So I guess some of you already know me. In case you have no idea who am I, so I would like to share myself.
trường khó tính như EU.
Hiện tại trên thế giới có những cái nền tảng thương mại trực tuyến như Alibaba. Đây là nền tảng giúp các doanh nghiệp Việt Nam tiếp cận được thị trường trên toàn cầu. Và đây thực sự là cơ hội cho Việt Nam, đặc biệt là trong bối cảnh cuộc chiến thương mại Mỹ-Trung ở một mức độ nhất định đang tạo lợi thế cho Việt Nam xuất khẩu hàng hóa sang Mỹ và châu Âu.
Okay, after this video, maybe some of you will be very curious. Why do I attend so many different meeting? I share my lecture to all of them, and like Malaysia, India, Vietnam, and Italy, Turkey. So, am I a professional lecturer? I just want to mention, actually, I'm not a professional teacher. I'm just a businesswoman. And I just like to share my experience to all of you. And so far, I have two companies. And one is a Nanning Wintop Trading Company. The company is an exporting and importing company. Another one is a Style Consulting Company. Well, this company, I would like to help a lot of people who have exporting business. No matter you are doing B2B or B2C, you always can ask my suggestion. So, and so far, I already helped more than 100 companies for the consultant. Maybe many people are curious, how can you become a Alibaba certified lecturer? Well, I cannot say I'm very successful, but at least I have 5 Alibaba accounts. And it's including like machinery, big machinery, and the 3C is like projector. And last month, I also opened a new account for medical goods. Maybe all of you will understand that, for mask and isolation clothes. Well, last 2 weeks, also a lot of Malaysia friends, customers asked for my mask. I know there's some issue and problem happen right in Malaysia. That's why all of you need mask is quite urgently. Yeah. So about my background, why I'm doing exporting business, not another business. The reason is I have 11 years overseas study and working experience. And before I got my double bachelor degree both in Holland and Ohio University in United States. The major both in marketing and finance. So after that, I joined my MBA master degree in Holland as well. So far, we already have a lot of foreign trade company, the sales revenue from 0 to 2 million US dollar. And it's just for 1 year, the first year, yeah, we can reach that. So we start today's class. It's quite long section today, about 2 hours. The rest of the 2 hours, you need to follow me, I think. But I think the time will go very fast. Yesterday, I have an Italian webinar, also sharing 3 hours. After 3 hours, they still have questions, but I say, wow, it's too long. So let me just have a break. Okay, so I hope today in the Malaysia section, I also hope this content will help all of you, and please feel free to ask me questions at the end. I will leave a Q&A section at the end. So, but during my speech, then you always can leave me questions and Catherine and Nancy, Grace will have a look at the question. Later, we can one by one to answer, okay? So the first one, I want to talk about the impact on Malaysia traditional business. So what's that? Maybe all of you are business owner, you already be aware what is the situation in Malaysia. But I just want to really show exactly what happened. And second part, most of people know, well, we are doing exporting business. But do you know there's only two sources for exporting? One is for offline, another one is online. But now I want to talk about what is the difference between offline business and online business. And in this difficult situation, so which one will get more benefit and can help us to continue doing exporting? Okay, so the chapter 3 is about, I will, as I'm a trading company, I say that I also face the difficulty and uncertainty. So how can I use data to find out new business opportunities? How can I change my business strategy and then to go into a new account in Alibaba.com? I will tell all of you my solution and how do I do that, okay? And the final one, I also will tell the digital transformation, how to help my company. And the third part is how to select a new business. And the final part is how can I get a new order? And I will give a lot of bank receipts and to show what did I do. And also maybe all of you will interesting, most of you are stay at home. I mean, it's a government control. So even you stay at home, can you still do business or not? This is the very good question, right? I will show how did I do it about 2 months ago when all Chinese stay at home, we are still doing online business. Okay, so that is all the chapters. If I go too fast, and you always can notice me, and I think Catherine will tell me, Nancy will tell me as well, okay? Okay, the first one, the virus outbreak impact on Malaysia traditional business. Let's go to see what is the Malaysian business concern. Well, for all the small, medium company, okay, the micro enterprise always need cash. What does it mean? Even the coronavirus is outbreak, I mean, as we are the business owner, we need the cash to survive. We stay at home, however, we still need to give the salary to all the workers. So nothing can change. And I was at home from January, at the end of January, Chinese New Year start, and then till beginning of March, we all stay at home, okay? But 2 months time, we still need to every month give a salary for the employee. Also, if you rent in an office, you also need to pay. Nothing can be changed. So we need cash to survive. How can we do that? So this is the big problem, concerned. And second, the supply of the raw material is short and the production is limited. What does it mean? Maybe Malaysia have the same problem with Vietnam and another country. Some of the factory in Malaysia, you are importing the raw material from China or from another countries, okay? And because the virus start, it's difficult to import as well. So you have a sort of raw material, and also you cannot go back to factory to work. So we cannot produce. So production is limited. It's also kind of a problem so far. And this one, I got it from Malaysia, Alibaba office. I heard you are working from home situation, and the government, there's a rule that you must stay at home from 18 of March to 15 of April. I don't know this one will be existing or not. I mean, it's still the same. Maybe it's longer. I have no idea, but this is the data I got before. But at least it's almost like 1 month stay at home. Well, the labor force is decreasing because you cannot go back to office. You cannot go back to the production. I mean the factory. So yeah, it's a little bit difficult situation, right? But the final one, I think all of you will consider the company's future business strategy is not clear in the coming months. And what does mean? And I have been to Malaysia many times. Last time I went to Kuala Lumpur, Penang, and Rofo. Yeah, the 3 of the city I've been to, and I share my speech as well last time. And then I found out most of the Malaysia people, it's quite protect themselves very well. So they just made a circle and stay inside. And then if something happened, they just first look and then to do it. First see people successful and then to do it. So in this case, because all the things is unclearly. So maybe for most of you, you were thinking, okay, we first look, we see what happened, because the year 2020, it's quite different than previous year, and we have no idea what will be going, how will we work in the next few months or in this year. And we are uncertain for traditional business, uncertain for exporting business. So maybe we just stay, keep safe, and then see how it's going in next year. Okay. Later, I will give you an explanation how to do that, and do you need to move on or not? Okay, that is the Malaysia business consult. I first give 4 of them. Maybe some of you say, well, actually we have more. Then welcome you share with me, because I'm really interested to know exactly what is the difference in different country situation. Okay, now solution. After consult, of course, we always give solution. So first of all, we need to find out, we need to find a reliable supplier and solve the problem of the raw material with Alibaba.com. Before, maybe you already have a stable raw material factory to always can offer you the raw material. However, right now, most of the country, some of the country already get forbidden to enter, and the flight already cancel everything, and import also have problem. But however, don't forget about that. One country raw material factory maybe it's difficult, but how about whole global war? I know the coronavirus, it's not only for 1 or 2 countries, it's all over the world. However, you still can buy and sell through online business. Still have a lot of countries is welcome you import and export. And how can I say that? Because I have many order, still have quite much order, and from Alibaba.com. So I will like all of you to think up, if you really need to buy raw material as your factory, please make some backup solution. Find more supplier from Alibaba.com. You can select, you go to Alibaba.com as your buyer. And before, there's some Malaysia supplier asked me, how can we find a reliable and it's real factory in China? And just a small tip, you go to Alibaba.com, when you click, and don't select trading company, only select manufacturer, okay? Then you will find who is the real manufacturer in Alibaba.com. And maybe you are also asking, is it real? It's 100% manufacturer? And what I want to say, yes, as I'm a Chinese supplier, if we want to enroll Alibaba.com, if you are not factory, you cannot get a factory showing up on Alibaba.com. You must prove you have a factory. Alibaba will go to the factory to check to prove that. So don't worry about that, okay? And the second part, find the new customers instead of the old one. And if you cannot produce immediately, you should find a new market trend through the data analysis. This one is not difficult to understand. Most of you may be already doing exporting business for such a long time, and you have existing old customers. However, right now in this situation, maybe old customer also stand back, just just see how to do it. So in this case, I wish and I would suggest you to find more new customers. No matter it's a big quantity, big order, small also okay. The reason is we need to increase our customer base. If we only stay for few customers, in case something happen, then we don't have an order anymore. So that is the way, that is the chance you have time. So find more customers through Alibaba.com. Even we cannot fly abroad, we cannot use the offline business, but we still can use online. As long as you have internet, you always can do that, right? So far, you cannot go to factory for produce your product. However, you still can use your time to find out what is the new market trend from the data. So you will find out some of the product, and in this these 2 months, the request, the demand will increase so much. While the most obvious things is medical goods like mask, isolation clothes, the glasses, and everything with the medical hospital and protection. It's all very, very big order. And also people say, but I'm not doing that. What else? Okay, also check your product. You can go to My Alibaba Analytics, and then you can go inside the keyword analysis to find out your product name. See if it's the big demand or not. And like all the things you use daily, like rice you are eating, like some food, also big demand. And yesterday I was in Italian webinar. I checked one product for them, coffee. Yeah, Malaysia coffee also very famous, right? I checked the coffee bean, coffee maker, and this industry, we also find out the data is this 2 months from March, February, it's going up very much. We was thinking, oh, maybe everybody stay at home, coffee shop is not open anymore, and at least you cannot buy coffee outside. That's why people still want to drink coffee, right? Then it's increasing. We are buying a lot of coffee at home to drink. That's why coffee, this industry, within these 2 months also increased. And also you can think up many things. Oh, also, yesterday I also checked one pool table, pool table, play pool. It's like a game table. And also increase the data. So everything related to this period, and you just think up, people also bored at home, they probably want to play game. Then this also kind of a very good product. So I just give some example. You can think up your product, see if it's suitable for in this situation or not. Okay, and the third part, online business is the main trend in 2020. We need to change the original company strategy. If you are doing exporting business through offline, and this moment, I will tell you it's time for you to change to online business. The detail I will explain to you in the chapter 2. Okay, So,
Judy?
yes.
Before you go to the next slide, can you put your PowerPoint presentation in presentation mode?
Oh, this one I want to say cannot. The reason is if I put to a whole screen, after few minutes, cannot move anymore. The Zoom have some problem for that.
Okay, no problem. Please continue.
I hope it's still clear, right?
Yes, it is. It's still very clear.
Okay, because we try many times in Vietnam webinar and Italy webinar, it's just the same problem. Just need to restart many times.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, chapter 2. So I give you some idea about offline and online foreign trade. Use one chart. I will give all of you explanation. Maybe some of you already understand, but I just give you explanation, make you easier to understand. Traditional offline business, traditional offline exporting business, you must go through the complete chain like the first slide. You need to first, if you are a manufacturer or you are a factory, you first need to sell to your country trader. You need to sell to trader, and trader will go through the offline platform and service provider, and then export to another country importer. The importer get this product and sell to wholesaler, wholesaler to retailer, and retailer at the end will sell to the end user. Okay, this is the chain for offline business. And can you skip any part? Well, normally you need to one step by one step, difficult. And with this offline, you will find out, at the end, you will find out if you are factory, you don't have that much profit anymore because you will give a really low price to importer. And because importer need to earn profit and wholesaler need to earn profit and retailer also need to earn profit. So at the end, we go back to manufacturer, less profit, okay? But the rest of the three is online business. Let's see what happened. Online business, I think the good point, shiny point is that they can reach to any kind of customers. It's not only one chain by one chain. It's just you are factory. You can direct sell to importer. You can direct sell to wholesaler. You can direct sell to retailer, or you can direct sell to end user. It's a B2C. So you can reach more different kind of customers. Like this way, you can get more profit. Why? That's what I always tell all of you. So when you make a quotation to customers, you first need to find out what kind of customers he is. It's a distributor, it's a end user, it's a wholesaler or retailer. Why? Because different customers, different buyer, you give the price will be different. You cannot be the same price and then to use for all the customers. Wholesaler, they need to earn money. So they buy in big quantity. So you need to give them a cheaper, lower price. And retailer, the price should be higher. And end user, of course, the price is much higher. Then the factory can always keep their profit margin. Okay, I think this is very clear and easy to understand. So compare with offline business. So online business, first of all, reach more customers. Second, keep more profit in factory or company hand. Okay, clear. So this part, after we compare the offline and online business, then I want to say why choose online foreign trade? Why choose online business? I give you 4 reasons. First of all, low investment cost. Low investment cost. What does it mean? Very simple. Offline business, normally there's only 2 ways to go. Either you attend offline exhibition in another country, or you direct fly to another country to see customers or distributor. to expand your business, right? And think about it, if you attend exhibition in another country, you need to spend a lot of money because exhibition is quite expensive. And you fly to another country, also flight ticket, hotel fee, everything, it's also cost money. And especially if we want to fly to Europe and America, that's really a long distance. So, but online business, and you only need to pay a membership, so per year. That compare with the offline, of course, it's considered as a low investment cost. Okay, second part, no border, all year long. What does it mean? So online business, you can reach all kind of countries, and it's about 24 hours, 365 days, whole year long. So you will get more and more wider customer base you can reach easily. I mean, if you're doing exhibition, you only can go to one country to do exhibition and cover that country customers. Am I right? But within one platform, I mean, one Alibaba.com, you can get all kind of customers from different countries. That's why I consider this one is the wider customer base. Okay, the reason, the three part is shorten the trend. This one is the previous chart I show you. You can reach to any kind of customers. It's not only importer, wholesaler, retailer, and also end user. You can get a large profit margin if you're doing in this way. The final one, I really want all of you to lay out ahead of the time the business opportunity in foreign trade. So in this case, if offline and online business both can get exporting, but compare with what I say, online business have more benefit and easy to reach customers. So it's time for you to do it, choose the online foreign trade. Okay, I think this also very easy to understand, so I won't go for more detail about that. I just really go through it in this situation, okay? But the next part, it's the main part I want to say, okay, in this situation, as I'm a trading company, I talk about my company at the difficulty situation. So what is my problem at the moment? And after that, how did I change my decision making? How do I change my business strategy? So I first want to show my trade company situation. The first one, for me, the production cannot be resumed and the order cannot be delivered because 2 months ago, well, about 2 months time, we cannot go back to work, cannot start production. And so a lot of, before Chinese New Year, we got some old customers order. And because Chinese New Year is only for 2 weeks time, so after that, we will plan to continue produce and then ship out to customers. However, suddenly the coronavirus outbreak, and then everything is stopped. So we have trouble, we stuck, we cannot produce. And second part, important is, as I'm trading company, I always attend offline exhibition. I'm doing business, it's not only online, but I also offline together. Before I always do that because I need to get different kind of customers. Well, offline business, there's a benefit is you can easy to get big quantity, I mean, big customers, and easy to let them to make the decision and pay you deposit. Because you can see them, they can see you face to face, it's easy to close the order. That's what you have idea, right? But online business compared with offline, and I cannot see you, you cannot see me. So the trust, most important is the trust. You need some time to build up the trust. So takes the order time is longer. Yeah. So I always take offline and online at the same time. Start from the previous year, always like that. However, this year it's a trouble happened, and all the exhibition offline is postponed and cancelled it. As you see, the very famous Canton Fair in China, most of you maybe already attend many times. Right now, already before they say postpone it, now later they say they cancel it. Now they say that they do it online for Canton Fair. And I also, last year, I get some exhibition like Germany, they already cancel. And some in India, they also cancel. Yeah, so all my exhibition is canceled and postponed. So I don't have the business chance anymore for the exhibition. That's a big difficulty for me as well. And another one, for offline business, I also will fly to another country to see my my potential customers or my existing customers. I will fly there. However, you can see from the left side, the left top, the picture. If you're always flying, you will know that that is the flight schedule. When every time we went to airport, when we see this flight schedule showing a lot of red, then we will understand that's mean cancel. The flight is canceling, yes. So why the flight is canceling? I think most of you, everyone know that because the coronavirus is outbreak and it's dangerous to fly anywhere. And the percentage canceling is quite high. And in the right side, we can see that's from the Australia airport. So most of them are Chinese. They just fly from China to Australia and prepare to enter. However, the Australia government was forbidden to enter. So just send them back to China. So they are waiting for the queue back to China. So can you see that many of the country already prohibition of entering. So offline business, the channel is canceled in this year. Most of like exhibition, flying to another country is canceled, but that will be the opportunity for online business, for online outbreak in 2020 years. So in this case, after 3 chapters, there's one conclusion I want to share with all of you. I know you are uncertain for the next few months, even for this year. But I want to say, coronavirus, I cannot say that will stop within 1 or 2 months. It depends on the whole global situation. However, this year, if you are still doing offline business, if you're still doing exporting business, so offline is canceled, the demand won't be changed. You understand global demand, they always want to buy. Even the situation like that, they still need to survive, they still need to buy product, right? They still have demand, the customers. So all the offline is canceled, everything will change to online business. So in this case, I will suggest some of you, maybe this year, you are new in online, or you already joined Alibaba.com, but this year we'll consider you need to renew or not. Some of you will say, well, I probably need to renew this year, but should I? Maybe before I want to try, but now it's a coronavirus outbreak. I don't know the situation. Should I pay the money, continue? My suggestion is you should continue to do it. If you don't do it, you wait till next year, everything is too late. Because offline business, it doesn't matter, no matter it's domino business or domestic business or it's a global business. You cannot move, you cannot do anything. So you need to change everything to online. online is a big strategy and opportunity so far. So keep on going and try to renew your Alibaba.com and give yourself a new, a continued opportunity to do that. And if you are new for online business, and my suggestion will be the same. And in this case, first find out your own business strategy and then to find a safe. I mean, this year, all the businessmen, all the business people will have a difficulty. However, who will like to take the risk first, you will get the big opportunity later. I think everybody will understand the point, right? Okay, so I will continue to talk how do I find my new business opportunity through the online business. And I already show my trading company 3 big issues. I don't have an offline business anymore. I mean, offline channel already canceled. And for factory, everything, because I'm doing another machinery and these things have some trouble and some stock. Okay, so I was thinking, I am trading company. I'm trading company. So can I change my mindset to do something else different? So when I was at home, I was thinking, okay, maybe I should check some data to see whether there's a new good business data or new business opportunity or not. So now you can find out this chart, this picture, the mask, the buyer index increased by 1,924.55%. So that's a huge increase. Can you see that? The buyer searching, okay? Second one, the business opportunity is increased 3,032.72%. Okay, business opportunity means inquiry. Some of you, if you are new, you don't know what is inquiry, let me explain to you. When customer want to buy something or they are interested in some product, they will send one inquiry to the supplier to get either quotation or more information. That is called business opportunity. So the customers is send more inquiry, increase to 3,000%. So we can see the mask is really a good business. And some people say, yeah, even you don't check the data, I also know it, because in this coronavirus, everyone need mask. However, I always say that experience is experience, but data is more useful and it's more certain things we should really check. For business, we cannot always take for experience. We should combine business and experience to come out with the final conclusion. So only one data is enough for me to make a conclusion? No. Every time we make conclusion, we always need to combine with different data analysis. So I will give you more chart later. And this one we can see the blue line is the visitor index. The green line is the inquiry index. Let's go to see. From last year, February, to last year, December, you can see 2 of the line data is very stable, very flat. Suddenly, from December last year start to this year, February, only 2 months, 3 months, 2 months time, this is jumped to 6,000 for visitor. So we can see the huge increasing. You can see that? This is easy. You can see my mouse is moving, right? This is big opportunities. How about if we from the keyword to search? As I told you, I always search my products from the keyword. And you also can use this function. This is very useful. As I mentioned that this is second time. And you can go to My Alibaba and then Analytics. And then go to Keyword keyword analysis. So this part you can always check. You can check all your product name. Now I check my product name, mask, okay? Now you find out the most interesting part is searching increased. Searching increased. So that means how many customers, the demand they are searching. Now, for the first one, surgical mask, you see the increasing. How many? 19,633.71%. You see that? And this one, N95, 12,000 or 42.31%. So all of them, as long as relative to mask, it doesn't matter, it's a face mask, N95, surgical, all the masks, even the desk mask also increased. Can you see? Everything, as long as relative to mask, it's all increased. The next one, 3M N95 mask also. So all the mask is increasing. So we got from different data, right? So far, we have searching data. We have keyword data. What else? I also want to see the buyer data. The buyer data. So you can see the yellow line is for inquiry, average of the buyer, average of the buyer. Okay, the blue line is the average of the star buyer for the inquiry. The most interesting is the top 10, industry now top 10 buyer. From January start, suddenly just go to really high. So buyers' behavior is changing. Everybody just searching mask. I really consider this is really good business. After all the data, okay, after all the data, I got my reasons. Why should I change my business opportunities? Why should I choose the medical goods to do the new account? I already have 4 of the Alibaba account and doing machinery, projector, also for solar panel. But now I want to say, and this part, I also mentioned that I need cash. I need cash flow. Yeah, machinery I still can sell, and I also have a different order. However, I want the order is every day I can get money. Every day I have a cash flow because I need to survive. I'm a business owner. I need to think up a solution to solve this difficulty and this problem. So this is the main reason I made a big decision to do that. Many people say, is it a really big decision for you? Yeah, I can say that. The reason is I have so many employees. I already have a 4 platform. In this situation, most of people, you can see most of the company will fire employee, made less investment, and will make less account from Alibaba.com. But what I'm doing is, what I did is a complete different way. I'm not reduce account, but I will increase more account. This part is a courage to increase more things. I mean, to invest more money. But what I want to say is, the risk sometimes, risk period sometimes, if you can take it, good opportunity, that will be, I mean, if you take it in the right way, that will be a good opportunity in future. And I don't mind this situation is difficulty, but if I can use the data analysis to find out this is the good opportunities, I will take it. Okay, and the second part, yeah, I already mentioned that, so I don't really go detailed. And I cannot produce at the moment, and the order cannot deliver, and no customers is order, no new customer order. After the data analysis, I find out it's a good business opportunity. Everyone needs a mask for protection. The most important thing is I have so many foreign friends because I was abroad for 11 years. So many friends in Europe and America. And I also have many customers from machinery, from projector. So because my different business sector, that's why I already have my own customers. So they need mask as well. They need protect as well. So this is I already have a customer base. And also I have all of you. I have Alibaba GGS suppliers. So in this case, maybe all of you will need some help. So I'm willing to help. I want to do something to really help my friends, my customers, and the audience here. So I always say to every webinar to different countries people, I say, in case if you need Judy's help, just always say it. And this business is not only about earning money. This business, I think it's about to share, to helping to survive. Yeah. So I think after the few reasons, I really decide, I say, well, that is the opportunity I should take. Okay. Do you think that is the end of my data analysis? Not yet. After internal Alibaba data analysis, I always need to check external. The reason is data, you cannot be just based on one or two. You must see complete, and not inside, but also external side. And if we want to do this business, medical good, we also need to see what is the coronavirus total case. Before, every day when I woke up, the first thing I always open news to see that. I want to see how many people it's increasing per day. It's very sad story, but however, it's happened like this way. So we need to see. And this data, I took it, it's 22nd of March. Yeah, it's 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, yeah. Before, that time, it's about 300,000 per globally, but however, right now it's really, really much and huge. I don't want to change the data, I really don't want to see. It's too much. And this part, China before 2 months ago, it's only China. Rest of the country is safe. But now, except China, rest of the country, it's about 76%. It's much, much bigger in this situation. But now, of course, I told you, the data I recorded is 22nd of March. Till today, it's even more. Okay, but on the other hand, I can see that's an opportunity. More and more people get it, and more people need protection. After external data, is it the end? Not yet. We still need to check what? Competitor. All the business, it's not only just think about yourself. You always need to find out your competitor. This is really important, and I want to all of you to be aware. Most of you selling things, it's always say, well, I know myself very well. I know my customer very well. However, I always ask, do you know your competitor very well? Because in Chinese way, we are saying, if you know your competitor very well, you can easy to get successful. You know exactly what happened. What is their strategy to do it? Okay, so I give you the chart from this part, the left bottom. You can see 27th of February, only one day, 27th of February, the inquiry per day is 99. Incredible, right? It's 99. It's not 1 month's data, it's just 1 day's data. They already have a 99. Okay, then we see something else. When you already have a customer's demand, can you make the full payment? Can you make the really order? Okay, I can see that. The 1st of March, they sell to Slovakia, and this amount is a full payment. 29th of February to Japan, full payment. 2nd of March, full payment to the Netherlands. Okay, 1st of March to UK, full payment. They have more, but I just give you an example for that. How can I get it? Of course, I'm not stealing for that. And he's also my good friends. He's doing trading company in Guangzhou. Okay, but he's really clever. He's doing 2 weeks ago before me. He just in February he already made this decision. Did that 2 weeks later than him because I saw the data. I also check others successful and then quickly to do it, but my reaction is fast. I only do it within 1 week. Well, actually 5 days. I make up my decision. I check all the data, everything, and after that, I just quickly pay the deposit. I mean, pay the money to Alibaba.com. And I still remember I paid it. I paid the money is the 9th of March. It's a Monday. And Friday, after Alibaba check, go through and check my company, all the process, 5 days. So Friday, I already start my business. Yeah. So I will show what I'm doing that. This is more interesting for all of you. After I made my decision, what did I do within 1 week? I mean, some of you are new from Alibaba, or you are just you are just a new member for Alibaba. Maybe you are curious or you have no idea how can you do it quickly, can get the order. I will go through my part. I tell you how to do that. Within 2 days time, I finished my mini site design. Only 2 days. Why people say, well, why you are doing so quickly? Why you are only use 2 days and then you just finish? Yeah, it's a medical good. The time is money. We don't have time to use 1 month to make the mini site design. We don't have enough time. Before, for my machinery, yeah, I really take a very good design and use about 15 days, 20 days to make the mini site design. But now, only 2 days. My group member already finished. Only 2 days, finish product page design. Later, I will go to the website to show you how it look like. 2 days, finish product design. And so maybe you are calculate as 4 days, right? 2 days mini site and 2 days product page. No, totally. Mini site and product page is within 2 days. I separate my workers. 2 of them are for mini site, 2 of them are for product design. So totally finished within 2 days. That's why we can postpone everything within 5 days. We're already online. We already start selling. So when we go online, 17th of March, we online, and 19th of March, we already get a full payment, the first order. 19th of March, yeah, we already get an Italian order. Now, some people say, wow, 0.58 is very expensive. I know Malaysia have a master control and you are selling quite cheap. Well, this price is including shipping fee. The air fee to Italy is very expensive. Actually, we cannot sell so expensive to our customers, right? It's not possible. Okay, you probably curious, how can we get this order so quickly and show up so quickly? I will show you how did I do for my mini site and product page to give you idea how to catch the customers. So just have a question. So far, so good. I go a little bit faster. I hope everyone can just continue follow me. Okay.
One quick question here from CK Tan. He says, as your new medical goods company is new to Alibaba, how can you get the rating? I think, CK, what you mean is ranking, right?
So how to get the ranking?
Yeah, because your company is new platform.
Yeah, I'm doing 3 things at the same time. I just mentioned, I need to really mention that. It's a good question. It's really good. And first one, for the new platform, for the new account, what you need to do, you must have your mini site designed. That's the first thing. Second, all the product page must be ready. The reason is, if you don't have a product page, nobody know exactly what you're selling. They don't want to pay. They don't trust you. Third part, when you have your keyword, the first day I upload products, I already use KWA. That's very important. KWA, if you use correct way, they can easily to help you go to the first page, top 5. So I know this is a very good business. That's why I just do it very quickly. And these customers, I just use a KWA and they put to the first page, and she found me. And also, as your new account, I will suggest you to take RFQ. RFQ, it's really good way to get the order as well. And last week, we found one RFQ is from Japan, only for 3 hours for isolation clothes for this one. Only 3 hours, and then the Japanese customers already paid the full money. So there's 2 ways you can do. First of all, use a KWA, keyword advertisement, keyword advertising, to promote your keyword and put your ranking to the first page. Second, use RFQ to find the customer in a hurry to buy, to ship, and then you will have a big chance for that. Okay, I hope the question is very clear, right? Should I continue?
Yes, please continue, Judy. Thanks.
Now I change to my mini site. Okay, I just go through very quickly. How do I make that within 2 days? Some of you don't need to worry about that. You, as you are business people, you only need to know the logic, because channel partner, Alibaba will help you to make it, right? They have a service, very good service center there. They always can help. But for you, you cannot say, well, you made for me, channel partner made for me, so I don't need to care anything. No, I need to repeat that. You are that is your product. Only you know your product's selling point. So why does the customers need to buy from you? So you always need to mention to the channel partner, so what is my selling point? What should I promote? After you tell the important things, and then channel partner made the mini site, the logic is makes sense, right? So we go through something. The first part is a banner. Everybody will have a banner for that. And what I want to say is, banner is very important. If you can ask the customer go through your mini site to check all your company, you need to keep them in the banner. Okay, banner, few things must be remember. One, must be 100% clearly what you are selling. Okay? And some of the people, look at that, I'm selling mask and isolation clothes. Make healthy clothes to you. Second, slogan. Exactly what's that? And some of say, well, can we use the slides? Few? Sure, you can do it. But I'm not suggest like 5, 3 of the maximum. Otherwise, they go too slow. People don't really can see everything. Okay, so make sure it's very clearly what you are doing. And if I want to mention, say, this one, it's not only for people use, also can for hospital. You see, in the left side, we are showing hospital operation, surgical. Then it's clearly for everyone to see what you are selling. Second, important, you can get a function here. put all kind of language here. That's a free function from Alibaba.com. And why do we need to do that? You cannot expect everyone can speak native English. They can understand English very well. I mean, Malaysia English is really good. And so far, I made a webinar or I made a speech. I just use English, no translator is okay. But yesterday I was in Italian webinar. I speak one sentence. There's one Italian translator follow me. And I speak to Vietnam. They also have a Vietnamese translator. Korea also have a Korea translator. So does it make sense? So not everyone can understand English as good as you are. So think about it. So we need to make sure when, for example, German people come in, they see, oh, Dutch, then they can just click inside. And French people, Italiano, and then they can click inside and then everything change to the language. This part will help you to make a good success business, okay? Next one, I think this is quite special things from our company as well. Of course, different product, different company, you must have your own strategy or own tip thinking. What to do that, you can see, for us, I already said that I still remember my final reason why to do that. I want to help. I want to support. That's my purpose to do that. One of my big purpose to do that. That's why I tell myself, my employee to make this one. For every 50 pieces mask sold, we will donate $1 to fight the coronavirus. We really did. So every time we're selling something, we will donate $1 US to the coronavirus. So join us, antivirus. We want everyone is supporting together to fight this virus. It's not only saying earning money, because you in the world you cannot always say, well, we earning money doing nothing. But I think this is really a good thing we can show up. I mean, we really did. So that's why we want to you also show up in your mini site. So everything special is only you have or another people don't have. I want you to show up to your mini site. Okay, that is a tip for that. Okay. The next, for the product index, if you don't have that, no problem. But I want you must have a product, main product. So the main product, remember, because this account is really new and we don't have so many products, only 2 of them I already start selling. Normally, we will make product category, okay? Because a normal business, you always have a different kind of product, a lot. However, I don't want you to put all the products on the product page. What I want you to do is divide as a category. Then people, it's easier to find you. Okay, I will give you my another machinery account to show you what I mean. You see, all my banner, it's very clearly exactly what I'm doing. That's all generator set. And if you're doing some machinery or you're doing a very big product, what I want you to show people is shock. So especially if you're selling high price product, I repeat it, high price product, because the higher price product, you need more confidence from the buyer. So I really want you to do it is product quality. Sometimes people say, how can I show from product quality to the picture or to the mini site? Okay, customer buying behavior, always think, sometimes your picture is not so good. They don't say it's the picture quality not good. They will say it's your machine quality is not good. When the picture is really bad, they will say your machine is secondhand. Does it make sense? So what I want to do is take a very good picture and Photoshop to do it. Okay, this part, I need to mention that, you see, main product. Okay, we have all kind of engines. If you only see the engine, maybe so difficult for customers to search, right? That's why we have a Maria engine, some people maybe don't understand what is Maria engine. Look, that's why the background is important. I always want your product and application together. Product and application together. That means, okay, Maria engine, what does it mean? Maria engine means you use in the boat, right? It's a boat engine. So the background is a sea and boat. Clear? That is called Maria engine. Okay, second one is what? Generator set. That's we already show. The third one is for engineering engine. Clear? So engineering engines is used for a lot of construction, the big machinery, and then you put inside for the engine. And this part, I think it's easier for you to understand as well. This engine is for agricultural engine. We put inside, you see, this one. So I want you to put the background is applications. Where do you use it to make customers? It's easy to understand. And for the power engine, for the fire pump, then you have a fire. You must have a fire and water together. So this is the engine. And what I mean, you need to divide different categories. For example, when I click this one inside, everything is a Maria engine. This is engine, everything from the boat. People can select different model inside. So I don't suggest you to do it, everything just put on the mini site or the boat engine. First of all, it's too much. Second, people don't know how to select it. That is the problem. See that? And this part is a genset engine and fire engine. Clear? I hope it's not difficult to understand. So I want you to make your product category very clear to customers, easy to understand. Okay, the next part, what I want to do is the factory. If you have a factory, you are a manufacturer, you must show your company. Then if you say, if you're a trading company, what to do as well. One thing I repeat again, online sales is really different than offline. Online, I cannot see customers, customer cannot see me. So we don't have any trust to build up. So we need to show, especially Alibaba.com is the B2B. It's not B2C. So B2B means big quantity are selling. It's a big quantity, am I right? So when the customer, the buyer want to buy big quantity, they must trust you so much. Then they will like to invest so much money from your account, your Alibaba.com. That's why maybe you are selling B2C, it's okay. You can just, like Amazon, like Lazada, you can always do it without company description. But if you're doing Alibaba.com, B2B function, you must show your company. So what is the outfit of your company? And what is the factory? What is the inside of your company? Can you see that? This is important. And sales revenue, output, and development, your history of your company, also important if you have, of course. Some people say, well, I don't have that long history for that. No problem. 1 or 2 sentences just showing what are you doing to open to your buyer, to let the buyers see exactly who you are and why should I believe you and what did you do? This is important. And also for successful story, it also will be help. Of course, video. Video is important to do that as well. Company video, product video, certification. And this part especially mentioned that I say that if your machine, if your product it's costs quite a lot of money, then what you need to show is about quality. So this picture is really showing what is the quality. Can you see that? If you look at this picture, you will find out it's not about the picture quality is good. Customer will direct find out, wow, your machine quality is good. This is the direct reaction to the customers. So picture quality equal product quality. Okay, that's the tip. Now we go back to my medical mini site. Because we sell in medical mini site, so we always, you can see most of them are just repeated. I only have a 2 product. Just showing what is the product we are selling, what is the hot sell. And you see, even I'm a trading company, I will also show what is inside. Even I'm trading company, but I'm still buying from the factory, right? So I will show my factory video.
Which is more than 1,000 square. Using epoxy on the ground and color plate of the latest standard on the wall of the workshop, the company strictly controls the traffic logistics channel and prevents cross-contamination. And every production line and corridor of the workshop are strictly isolated. Before entering the workshop, workers are required to wear medical production disinfection work clothes. All of above protection are the mark that the company is responsible for the products and consumers, conducting medium in the.
Okay, I just need to mention that video, we must have that. It doesn't matter you are trading company or you are manufacturer, you always can have a video. Please put it in. Okay, that is the mini site. I don't really go really deep detail for that. Now after that, product page. I will go through a little bit product page. When you upload the product, it's very important is your product name and the keyword. And because today I don't really go deeper to talk about that. The reason is some of the audience are new from Alibaba.com, so they don't really use it. So I don't really mention. If you have more question about that, you can ask later, I can tell you. And about the price range, important. I will suggest you always take a price, you put down not fixed price, but can be a price range. Why? The reason is I already say that different quantity, you should have different price. The quantity depends on different buyers. Am I right? For example, if you buy only 100 set, maybe it's 8.1 US dollar, but how about 100,000 set? Can you still give 8.1 US dollar? It's not possible, right? You should give maybe 5.9 US dollar per 1 set. It's clear like this way. So the most important when we decide the product description, if you want the customer buy from you, you really need to show them how is your product. You cannot just put picture, 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 and then just say, that's my product page. Cannot. I will tell you the logic. First of all, picture with selling point. So your product must have selling point together. So this one, isolation close, waterproof. Okay, and the dust resistant skin. Everything you need to mention that in the left side. After that, everybody know that I want you mention all the details. For example, the size, the weight, and 1 pieces per bag, 40 per box. And do you have a certification? Yes. See, and what is the material? Okay, mention that, please. More detail, the better. More detail, the better. Okay, then the customer can easily direct send you order. They can pay easily. Third part, very important. Most of you don't have that product detail. All the product must have a product detail. The reason is, maybe you look like this one, the clothes, just a normal clothes is easy, but I want you separate. So what zip design, can you see that? Okay, this one is zip design. And this one, what kind of design and can loose, easier to make yourself to wear comfortable, okay? And this part, cuff design. Okay, after all the detail from your clothes, I want how to protect yourself. Non-wolf isolation clothes. So what's that? I mentioned that if it's medical or something, why this one is so useful. Okay, if you join my class before, you will know that I always ask myself to do it call to sell. So push the customer, give you inquiry. Click here to contact us. Click here to contact us. After they read your product page, then you can, it's the first time you can push them to say, well, do you really interested in my product? Do you want to contact me? Please click us, send us an inquiry for that. See, contact detail, send us an inquiry. It's time for you, send me inquiry. So that is the business way online. You should push customer, give you order, okay? This is important, you can do that. Okay, application scenarios, also very important. We need to tell the customers what is the scenario. Where can you use it? Hospital, laboratory, and outside public, anywhere you can take it. Company, of course. Company, boxes, and how to make it. Okay, last one is shipping. Okay, I hope this product page is very clearly to all of you. You see, this is our machine as well. All the machine, so product, it doesn't matter. It's a machine or medical goods or it's a food, any product, as long as it's called product, you always have what? Detail. Because only one picture, no one knows what is inside. So I want you to really type like this part, what is the name? This part, what is the name? What is the function? What is for? Okay, all the detail will really help. And what is the spare part for that? Quality component, you see that? So always showing even the detail, the drawing. And some of the things you can customize, you can learn from me like this way. Okay, my machine can use different color, customize. So I will let you to select, okay, this color, the machine is like this color, blue, gray, yellow, red, okay, black, okay, this, you see, all of my product page always have ready call to sell. Any inquiry, please click here, and then hand is here. And all the logical, it's always scenario. Use scenario for bold. Can you see that? And always have a company certification and shipment. Second times, click here to get answer. Oh, at the end, the last part, I want you to do a home page click. Why? Think about it. In case the customer goes through your product page, they still cannot find an interesting product, and this product is not what he want to buy. So don't let him go. It's online business, so say it. Don't go. If you still cannot find it, please go to my homepage. Please go to my homepage and go through again. Oh, this is my another account. Maybe some people say, hey, a little bit different. Yeah, this is slides. You see, all the design is similar, but just let them to go through and then try to keep the buyer as long as in your mini site and your product page, then you have a biggest chance to get the order. Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone. Now I go back to the PPT. I saw there's many questions, right?
Yes, many questions that we are trying to answer. So
okay, then wait the question till later.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I continue.
Yeah.
Now, everybody say, well, you get the order that easy, only 2 days online and then you can get the order. Yes, we did a lot of stuff. I will also show you a video. How do we show our quality? I also met a lot of Malaysia customers ask me the same question. Why does your price so expensive compared with another factory? We always explain, say, well, so far in China, there's really different kind of quality mask. Really, believe us. But within, you use a word to explain. Our price is high because we have a good quality. How can you explain good quality? Just saying good quality means no meaning. So how can we do that? Look, we use ourselves. This is the video took by ourselves. They wear the clothes and to show in the mask. I will show what we are doing. Then you understand what I mean for the quality. Okay, I hope it's very clearly to everyone for that. Inside, my sales can do it. Your worker also can do it. It's very simple. We just take the mask and then they took the video. So this video is saying our quality is good because we compare, we cut it. Inside have a 3 layer and we use the fire here. We use the fire, you can see we cut it. And after that, we use the fire to fire it and then to show you what is inside the quality. Normally, the quality is not good. It's easy to get burned. You understand that is the material. And also, very important, at the end, you see this picture? Many customers just come to me say, well, I just want 0.2 US dollar. Yeah, 0.2 US dollar. I can tell you 0.2 just like this. Very thin. You cannot really protect. Okay, this is another normal brand. And this is ours, especially for medical surgery. So different material, of course, is considered different price. But I also understand government control, there's some price limited. But however, it depends on which place you are using for the material. You can see this is so obvious, right? Very thin. Okay, so that is the way to show the customers what is your material. How do you why your price is actually is not expensive. It's competitive price compared with the high quality. Okay. Second part, I will show the customers our production line with picture or videos. No problem. You can see. We just took it from the production line. We didn't use a camera to do it, just a mobile phone, iPhone. So just take the picture like this way. I show you the video. Okay, can you see? Very simple, very short video. However, you show customers. Some people will ask, so are you making from production line? So is it your new factory and everything? Send this video and then let them know we are doing this really good quality. Everything is a full automatic production line. Okay, so this is the part to convince your customer, give you the money. Because sometimes talking doesn't mean anything. We need to have something to prove. This is important. Okay, we still, the final chapter, it's important. I want to share what did I do when we was at home. Start from, we start working at home is the 3rd of February. At the moment, Chinese coronavirus is really seriously, so everyone cannot go out. However, that's after Chinese New Year. At the moment, we are thinking, and because China is the first country to face the coronavirus at the moment, so we have no idea when is the end, when can we go out, when can we go to the company. We also uncertain, especially as a business owner. So at the moment, I was thinking, I say, wow, because I don't know, I can go to the office after 1 month or 2 months or 3 months time. I still need to work and to do something. So I decided to let all my employees, all my workers working at home. How to do that? I will show you how did we work at home, and then we still get a lot of payment, and how can we control our sales, guide them, and for the selling part. And this is the chapter mentioned that. Before we start, I will send you one video. And this video, it's all my customers. They bought from me in the coronavirus. And one guy, African guy from Uganda, he bought 4 times 40 feet container from me in February. He support me. And another one is from Indonesia. And so we have more customers send me video, but I just give you 2 of them to show, even you are working at home, you are working at home online, you are helping your all the workers at home, you still can earn money. Okay, we first see the video.
We're happy with that. And hello, my friends in China. My name is David Obiama. I work with Hardware World Limited here in Uganda, in Kampala. First and foremost, accept my sincere sorrow for the devastation that is happening to you as a country and as the people of China with this deadly coronavirus. I believe as a people, you will overcome it. As a country, you will definitely get past this. It's just a matter of time. Now, as Hardware World, we've known Judy as a person for a very long time. She's done a lot of supplies for us from China, from machinery to different construction, goods that we sell here in Uganda. And as recent as 2 weeks ago, we've placed some orders with her, and she's going to supply us with containers, 440-feet containers of material that is going to go to our plants. And we believe she is doing a good job. We're happy with her, and we're behind you basically all the way, and just feel sorry for what is happening. But we're behind you, we're behind Judy, and we wish you all the best.
Hello, my Chinese friends. I'm a buyer from Indonesia. With the rapid development of China in recent years, the influence of made in China in the world is growing. Every year, I will place a batch of order to Chinese supplier, expecting China to overcome the epidemic and resume production as soon as possible. We can continue cooperate. Go China, keep on fighting. You can do it. Last month, I went to China on January. I visited Nani. It was a very nice country. The citizens are very friendly. I love the city. And wishfully, I can visit the city again next year. Go China, you can do it.
Okay, how is the video quality? I hope it's not, the internet is going well. You can see very clearly. What I say, yeah?
I want to give you a quick time check.
Quick time check.
Yes.
You mean the?
Yes, timing wise. We are at 11:45 right now. So you can continue and then we can move to Q&A later.
Yeah, okay. When I finish this chapter, everything is done. Yeah, then we can go to the Q&A. Okay, for the Uganda customers, he is my old customers. He support me because the coronavirus, because at the moment, it's quite difficult in China. It's quite difficult in my company. I say that what I'm doing is not only continue my existing business, I also open a new account for new opportunities. That's why I want all of you to really think, what is your new strategy? Do you always keep like offline business, or it's time for you to change to online business? So what you can see, the virus outbreak, the order is more than 300,000 US dollar, only for about 10 to 15 days. We start working at home from the 3rd of February. I still remember 3rd of February start. And we received the deposit, we can see here. And this one is from the 40-feet container. And we also get two order from, it's a projector order from America, and 21st February and the 13th of February. And amount, you can see that 15,000 is all deposit. And this one is the 36,000 US dollar. Okay, and there's a continue. Well, this is Chinese, but anyway, it's not, it's machinery. We have one of the sales in my company. We have a group. We always, any sales get the order, we always give like, Chinese is called 红包. So it's paid in small money, let everybody to catch it. It's in the Dean Talk. That's why Dean Talk is quite funny. Later, if we have a group, somebody also can put the money out. Okay, it's just fun. We have a tent equipment, tent machinery. It's a very big order as well. And 24th of February, we also continually get deposit, and 25th February. Until now, we already have a lot of order. So maybe you are interested in say, wow, you are working at home. How can you control? How can you manage yourselves, your worker, continue get the deposit, get the money for you? It's very important. I mean, how to structure, how to guide them. It's very, very important. I will teach you what I'm doing. This one, because we are working at home, so stable staff as mentality is very important. Why? At the moment, I say that right now, Malaysia situation, Italian situation, or global situation, you are already like a second period behind China. So 2 months ago in China, it's really new. We have no idea what happened. And at the moment, no idea what to do. So it's not only for business owner, for all the workers, they just uncertain. They are really scared actually for all the sales, because after we go back to office, I talk to them one by one. I ask them, what are you worried about at the moment? So what do you think at the moment? They all tell me, they say, well, they cannot go back to office, and they read a lot of news. Many companies already bankrupt, and some of the company want to survive and then fire many sales already. So they are worried about that. Our company will fire them because they cannot go to office and they don't know they still can keep this job or not. Okay, so all the sales in your company maybe also have this kind of concern. In this case, it's not about profit. It's not about the business first. Everything is about stable. Everything is about how to keep on going. May your sales, the mental is together with the company, with the boss, to encourage them. We can overcome, we can pass it. So the first day we start working, I already asked my team member, everyone just at home working, because we are working at home. So every day morning at home, you take one photo and use the hand, and then to say, come on, we will do it. Okay, take one photo and then we come up with this one. And we are making with this, encourage each other and then say, come on China, come on Wuhan. Okay, this, you seems like it's nothing, but at the moment, it's really helpful. Every day we will send out this one to our group to show people, say, we are working at home, we are fighting, we keep on going. And I also tell to everyone, I say, don't worry about that. I'm still here. So you support, you are support company, that means you are support Judy. So we are keep on going, we will pass it. That's why at the end, the result is going so well for my company. Okay, I will tell you the detail how to arrange the work recently. So reasonable, how to arrange the work. As your boss, or you are the business, you are the company manager, you should understand one thing. All the sales, as long as they have, unless they have a few years working experience, otherwise they have no idea what are they doing every day. You can find out that, really, especially when the people just graduate, when the worker just graduate from the university, they are freshmen, they are new, they really have no idea what are they doing every day. They just do exactly what you say. So when they are in the office, maybe it's easy to manage, to control, to guide them how to do that. However, if they are far away, they are at home, they are in the village, they go back to their hometown, what to do? So what I want you to do is every day, or you should plan your meeting. We need to tell them, so every day, what is your job? What do you want to do? How to do, and then you can get a payment from the customers. Okay, so we have a Monday general meeting, Tuesday business meeting, and Friday summary meeting. Later, I will explain one by one. So what does it mean? A Monday general meeting, we can see here. Monday meeting, we use the Ding Talk. Ding Talk actually is quite good, the tools to handling the business. So we can call through Ding Talk. You can talk by video or voice conference. Monday meeting, we don't talk anything about business. What should we talk? I say that first thing, it's not about business. First thing is how to stable, how to let them come up together, and then to keep very strong, close within the company. So the Monday meeting morning, we always do it 1 or 2 hours, because we have so many customers. We have about, we will separate the meeting, and we have about 20 employees. So we always talk to them. We will ask them, how are you? So today, did you check the temperature? Everything's okay? Do you under 37.3 the degree? Okay, we need to ask, do you still have a mask? Second question. Third question, at the moment, because we always ask like this, did you met anyone come from Hubei, Wuhan? We need to ask, so your place still safe, and your village or your city is closed by the government or not? We always need to ask this kind of question. Even you say, well, you repeat many times, yeah, but we still do it. Every day, we need them to side out, are they safe or not? Don't think that is, you don't need to do that, but I think it's really useful. We need to really take care of yourselves. It's just like family. I mean, a company without sales, without employee, then that's not called company. That's just the boss of themselves, right? Just one boss. One boss cannot make one company, am I right? So we need to support all my employees. Okay, that is the Monday meeting. Very important. I don't need to talk about business. Just take care of them. Talk about they are healthy. Keep them very safely at home. That's it. Okay. Second, important is Tuesday business meeting. That is the point to my payment. Why Tuesday business meeting, not Monday? One thing I need to say that because we are doing online business, we are doing Alibaba.com. So you need to be aware, all the data come out. Previous week data, last week data, they will show up on Monday, on Tuesday morning, 9 o'clock. So when you get the Tuesday morning data, then you can to do the review, to tell them, oh, last week, this data, which part is not good. For example, the exposure is not good, the click is not good, or the inquiry is not enough. Then how can we improve? How can we use KWA to improve the inquiry? Which part we can do the data analysis, and then to find out which part we can increase to get more customers. Because as long as we have more customers, then we will have the order. Am I right? So that is the point. We must get the meeting after, the meeting always starts from 10 o'clock. The reason is we get the data from Tuesday morning, 9 o'clock, and then 10 o'clock, then we can start the meeting and then talk. We can separate because we have 5 group, 5 account, we have a 5 group, and each group 4 people, 3 to 4 people. So we can separate, okay? And the Friday summary meeting, after 1 week, they talk to customers, they walk, and we guide them. Then they probably we have some problem that they cannot solve. For example, the customer don't want to pay. The reason is this thing, that thing, okay? Then Friday summary, so let them talk. What is their trouble? What things made them stuck? And what else we can help them? Some support is important. We support on Friday afternoon. Also make the conclusion and also the planning for next week. Okay, so I'm not expecting you are doing every day morning. When we go to work on the office, we have a morning meeting every day, half an hour. But now it's online business. I mean, online working. So 3 days, I think is enough. Okay. Second, make work plan and make the action how to do that. What does it mean? It's not your company made a work plan. It's not the boss or manager made a work plan. I want each employee made a work plan. When you guide them or teach them, you always need to let them to write down, okay, one day you work 6 hours or 8 hours. From which time, every hour, what are you doing? And it's not, some people say, well, it's like control yourselves. But what I want to say, it's not control. It's to help them to clarify exactly what is their job. You will find out if they don't know exactly what they're doing, 8 hours, maybe they just do 1 or 2 hours things. But they already made their hard work, and I understand that. Some sales I really can see they made a lot of improvement, a lot of input. However, the input and the output is not equal, we cannot get a result. The reason is it's not structure. It's very important, not structure. So I want you guide them how to make structure planning, and when they spend the time, the output will be the same. Okay, this is the boss and company manager need to guide the worker to do that. So we, during the working at home period, we guide them, everyone, to make this kind of working schedule, and then we can check for them. Because it's Chinese, so I didn't show up. So there's a light you can put down. If you already finished, you just write down 100%. If you are not finished which part, you just write down, okay, I finished 80% or finished 50%. But there's a reason you need to mention. If you're not finished, tell me the reason. It's too much, you cannot do it, or it's your capability, your ability is not enough to do that, or it's because you need some support. Write down the reason, because as we are the company manager, we always need to give them a right support to let them finish the job. Okay, this is important. Okay, third part, daily report. It doesn't matter no matter we are in the office or we are working at home, every day daily report, never give up. Why do we do that? I say that after their working plan, their work plan, the schedule, I want them to write down in the evening. They need to show me, write down what is the daily report they're doing. So they need to mention today what I did, the job. I don't want very detailed. However, I want them to mention that, for example, which customers you already follow and what did you do today? For example, I upload 30 products, and how many customers I follow, but which customer have which problem. Because when you write it down, we always easy to read and find out the problem and support you. And beware that I say that all the boss, all top sales, some question maybe it's difficult for the sales, but when we see it, we think, wow, this is easy. We can just tell them how to do it and solve their problem. So daily report is important. This one, never give up. And some of you maybe ask, say, well, my sales never want to write it, or after a few days, it just like 1 or 2 sentences, it's useless. I can tell you why. The reason is you never check the daily report. When you really check it, they really pay attention to write it. It's just like a kid. They always want to get attention from the parents. Do you understand this example? So I have about 20 sales. It does, no matter how busy I am, no matter how late I'm asleep, I always check, go through all their daily report, and then I will go to sleep. When you check the daily report, you will give a feedback and comment to them. And then after they see, oh, the boss check every day. Okay, I need to keep on going. And they always try to, my boss always try to help me. Then they will continue to write. So this is the good circle. It's a very good circle to help your employee continue to write, and then you always can get your good feedback to do that. Okay, clear. And the last one, maybe you are interested in the negotiation skill. Before, maybe everyone know how to convince the customer by because our good quality, because we're a famous brand or anything. But we seen the special coronavirus period, and at the moment, China, no factory is working, no logistic, nothing. In this case, how can we still get so many bank receipt? Why customer pay to us? Okay, I teach you something. Well, first of all, it's a logistic strategy. Later, I'll give you the real example to say that. Second, rising raw material price. What does it mean? Well, I will ask my customer pay to us. We will say that, but actually it's true. The coronavirus is suddenly happened in China before Chinese New Year. We have no idea what's that, right? So we will tell them, if you place the order right now, we still have some material in the factory. After that, we can keep the same price to you to produce for you, okay? But a lot of customers will say, no, we wait till the end of the virus, and then we see what happened, and then we pay, because they have no idea what happened, if they can ship or not. But in this case, we can push them. We can say, okay, if you wait after the coronavirus is finished, you ask the price, sorry, we cannot give you the price. Maybe the price will double or triple, extra increase. The reason is, suddenly all the orders coming and the raw material, everything is increased. It's horrible. Just like the mask, just like the isolation clothes, every day one price. Even the shipping, every day one price. It's horrible right now. So if you really pay the money during the working period, we are at home, we are not working yet, we can keep the same price for you, guaranteed. So you can get a cheap price so far. Okay, you use the raw material price and then to push the customers, this kind of way to do that. We get many orders from that. Second part, all the production scheduling was that. Some of the customers, even the coronavirus has happened, they still need to order. Like machinery, they still need to produce, they still need to use it. And I will tell them, I say, well, if you don't, you just wait till the end, finish the virus, and then you order. But I can tell you, right now you order, I can guarantee you, when we start production, you are in the first priority place. And production is about 1 month, and we quickly ship out. So 2 months time, you can get your product. However, if you order after we finish the virus, okay, what I want to tell you, it's not only exporting globally, but also mainland China, domestic market. We also have a lot of order. When we start production, every order is come to us. Then you need to place the queue. You need to wait. I don't know how long you need to wait, maybe 1 month or 2 months. Okay, waiting time is 1 or 2 months. And then production time, you need to plus 1 extra month, because we also need buying raw material, and then we need a slowdown. So 2 months waiting, 2 months production is 4 months. And after you produce it, the shipping at the moment, it's getting crazy. 1 month, maybe you become 2 months. So about half year, you will receive your product. So if you are not in a hurry, you can go this way. If you are in a hurry, you can compare 2 months, get the machinery, or 6 months to get the machinery, your choice. Okay, so this is also the way you can purchase your customer to buy it. The last part, sympathetic strategy. This part, I always tell my customers, sometimes it's really useful. It's just like my Uganda customers. You saw the video, right? 440 feet container. I just say 1 sentence to them. I say, well, this time China have difficulty. One time you help Judy, and Judy will support you all the time. So this time you help me go through this difficulty. In future, you my VIP. Anytime you have problem, anything, please let me support you. You see, when I say that 2 months ago, I don't know the global situation like that. I don't know the things will also globally happen. Now it's time for me to support all the people. The reason is many people buy from me during the coronavirus period, and now I give some of them, my customers who buy machinery and bought the things for me, I just give the mask for them to free to ship them, and I support them as well. I say that you support me once, I will support you all the time. And some of them, I will just non-profit and sell to them, and to let them to earn money to sell to their countries. See, everything could be changed. So what should we do? It's very important. That's a strategy. Okay, the last one example for the logistic strategy. This is the 2 order I say that we are get from America, United States, for the projector. And he already bought, he already paid the deposit 50% before Chinese New Year, before the coronavirus. However, after the the virus is outbreak, he suddenly just say, we want to wait. We don't want to pay the balance. So we just send one email to her and then let her pay. And we say that, I say, well, our government has been controlling the infection of the new coronavirus. Everything is under control now. Yeah, of course, at the moment, we cannot just give like very bad influence, say it's dangerous in China, everything. No, everything just be stable. It's under Chinese control. However, we are worried about that the shipping fee will be increased, but that's true. Finally, we find out our worry is really true because the logistics in many places are closed and the terminal is not working properly. At present, our logistics is working and we hope ship out as soon as possible. So could you send the balance before 14th of February so we can ship this week? Okay, the reason is many ports at the moment like Wuhan, Hubei, Guangzhou, Shanghai, many ports is really close. So I still remember 14th February that week, Guangzhou still can ship out. And we also tell her the difficulty is if Guangzhou also closed and I don't know where to ship, how many months you need to wait, no idea because we never met this virus before. So right now, everything's ready. You pay, we ship, everything's done. But if you continue wait and to see, then maybe the product just keep in our factory forever. You never know. So it's not say we may scare to customers, but that is the realistic, it's true. Depends how you mention, how you tell to them. We want to do something for your customers. So logistics strategy is also a good way to do that. Okay, very good. So 2 hours time. And thank you very much. We still have more than 200 audience as follow my speech. I really hope within the 2 hours, you are very happy to go through with Judy's experience. And now it's time for questions.
Okay, so thank you, Judy, so much for your extensive sharing for the last 2 hours. Sorry. And I'm sure there's actually a lot of questions. So we will try and get to the questions as much as possible. Okay, there's a way, so let's try and do this question systematically so that we try and cover as much as possible. You can either ask your questions inside the Zoom webinar chat. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen now. And many of you actually asked us if we can share the slides or the recording. The answer is yes, but we will need your help to actually scan a QR code for us to capture your details so that we can actually share it with you later.
Sure. I can close it. This is my QR DingTalk personal code. If you have a DingTalk, you can scan it. And if you don't have enough time to scan it, just scan the group QR code. I'm inside as well. So you always can add me privately and ask me question later. Also okay. Okay. So I will stop to share it.
Okay. So this is the QR code for you to fill in the form. Okay. Since if there's many questions after we end the webinar sessions, what we can do is actually to pull a DingTalk group and add Judy inside the DingTalk group as well, so that if there's any questions that you come across at any time, you can actually ask in DingTalk directly. Okay, so you can all see the QR code right now, right? Okay, let's get to some of the questions. Hold on, let me minimize this a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna put the QR code here. Then I can see the questions. Okay, Judy, first question. So I'm gonna start the questions by those who actually have a name so that it's easier for us to clarify if we're not sure what exactly you're asking, because there are many of you who are actually anonymous as well, so we will go by priority with names. Okay, so Judy, you can see the first question. What are the startup and execution challenges faced for new online business, and how did you overcome and turn around those challenges?
Where's the question? Where can I find the questions?
Here, you can see it from my screen. Here, this one. Question from Rachel. Because it was in the chat, I think so many comments already covered just now, so I capture screen.
Yeah, I got so many just to go through the screen. So what is the name for the
Rachel,
customer?
this one.
I cannot see anything. Nancy, tell me the time, then I can find it.
The time is 11:31 a.m.
Okay, so what is the startup and acquisition challenge face the new online business, and how did you overcome the turn around the challenge? What is the startup? Well, actually, Rachel, I already say 2 hours time is how to start up. So for the online business, my thinking is, I already say that for exporting, we have no choice. Offline business doesn't work anymore. And I don't know how long will last it, especially the global business is like this way, and because of the coronavirus. So what I would like you to do is, I don't know, you are new member of, you never start from Alibaba.com or not. And if you are not, then I will suggest you pay the membership, and then because it's not too much money in Malaysia, I can see that. So just, stand up your feet and then go the first online business. Because sometimes, my suggestion, sometimes when you really pay the money and then you will push yourself to do it, have no way to stop, to go back. And yeah, because this question is really big, and I think that is the question I answer to you, because you asked the challenge phase. The only way I really think, I already say that I didn't reduce my account. In this difficult situation, I still make even more account, and keep the old account, I still make more account online. I really showed, I really show up I'm doing the way, my behavior, I really trust online business. So far, I have no choice, because it doesn't matter traditional or exporting, it's so hard in China and globally as well. Okay. Second questions?
Okay, so I think I will raise up some of the Q&A question here. Judy, can you see the screen in the chat here?
No.
Okay.
I don't see anything.
Okay, let me share with you.
Just
Q&A tab actually. Okay. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Here are some of the questions.
Only one question I can see.
Okay, so I think maybe we start with Edmund Chan's question, because I think this is quite relevant. Edmund Chan, 12:13 p.m. Hi Judy, as a trading company like yours, will customers later go to direct main source manufacturer of the products you sold? Have you managed this unforeseen challenge as a trading company?
Okay. Well, trading company will have their benefit as well. It's not only manufacturer. Of course, all the people will have the idea that manufacturer is cheaper. So I always need to find a manufacturer and then to buy. However, you will find out most of the factory, a lot of manufacturer in China, many of them, they don't speak English that well. This is the first thing. Second, manufacturers sometimes only can produce one product. some of the customers, they want to buy the things combined like solution. So trading company have their benefits. They can combine a lot of products to sell to the customers. Second, trading company, you must win the manufacturer is that service. Your service must be much, much better than the manufacturer. Okay, and third part, if you're really difficult to sell to the customers, you can say, well, you are branch office, you are branch company for this manufacturer. As long as you tell the factory to sign agreement with you, you always can do that. So there's many things you can convince your customers. So don't need to worry about you are trading company or you are a manufacturer or not.
Okay, so next question from Tracy Lim. Notice the artwork of your photo is very professional. May I know, is there any app that we can do it ourselves?
You know Photoshop? It's not an app to do it. Actually, it's not so difficult. If your company have someone is professional, can use a camera, you can use a camera to do that. And if you cannot, mobile phone was okay. But make sure all the picture, you must use Photoshop to revise a bit. For example, like color or some background to make it more high class, good quality. It's not so difficult to use a Photoshop for that. It's just very simple. In my company, about 15, 20 sales, most of them, well, I can say everyone can use Photoshop. Just learn some PPT is not difficult.
Okay, Judy, there's one question here from Dino regarding spam. Maybe you can share with us how to handle spam. He says that my friend says even Gold members in Alibaba get spam requests. Just wondering how true this is. And I think maybe Judy, you can also share your tips on how to handle this.
Sorry, I don't understand the question.
Here, Judy, this one. This is regarding, he said that his friend said that even Alibaba accounts, they get spam requests. So he wants to know how true it is. And Dino, the answer is yes, of course, there will be, non-genuine inquiries. But I think, Judy, can you share with us how do you handle inquiry that look like spam?
How to handle this inquiry look like spam?
Yes.
I think, Nancy, you better tell me the time and then I can check the question by myself. It's easier because the screen you show me, there's no question at all.
Oh, okay, it's 12:10 p.m. from Dino.
12:10.
Yes.
Don't have. Maybe it's a private to you. Anyway, I understand your question. It's about the spam inquiry, right?
Yes.
Many of the supplier also ask me this kind of question. I know in Alibaba.com, you will find out there's many spam inquiry. And what I want to say is, before I have a class, I also show all of you, when you have a lot of spam inquiry, that means your data doing is not good. Your data performance probably is under industrial average. When you under industrial average, you will receive more spam than average supplier or top 10 supplier. So the first step you need to do is get your performance better to make inquiry, to make the exposure, the click is much better. To let yourself to reach to average is the first step. Then you will find out the spam inquiry is less and less. Okay, this first step. Second step, I'm not sure you can guarantee, I mean, you can 100% say this is the fake inquiry or spam inquiry. Before, I also have one example. I get one Nigeria customers, very big customers from a spam inquiry. and everyone say he's a liar, and everyone just put him to the spam inquiry. But however, we made a very big deal. Right now, he's the Nigeria distributor for me. So sometimes we cannot say it's 100% spam inquiry. We need to check the customer background. Customer background is very important. When we check internally, we can check from Alibaba.com. Externally, we can check his website, and can you check his company in their country? Because in China, everywhere we have a yellow book. You can check from the government side and about this company realistic or not. So after check, and then to decide this is the spam inquiry or not. And last part, if you're still not sure this is the liar or not, you can first reply him, see what is the continual confirmation. Some of the real customers, he's professional. You can really see from what he replied to you. And if after you reply to you and he say, well, this is my link, you can enter and log in, and then you will find my price, you will find what I want to buy, and this definitely is liar. Don't go in and just delete it. Okay, 3 things need to be aware.
Okay, next question from Daniel Tay at 12:08 p.m. Hi, Judy. May I know how did you ship heavy machine to other country? How did you manage it?
How to ship machine to another country?
Yes.
Oh, what is the question? How to ship the machine to another country? By sea, by boat?
Okay, Daniel, I hope that answers your question. So
no, I think he is not asking like that, right? So what is your exactly question?
Exactly, the question is, may I know how you ship heavy machine to other country? How did you manage it? I think maybe in terms of the process.
How to ship a heavy machine, very big machinery. Okay, well, a big machinery, sometimes we will use a heavy machine. Sometimes we use a container to ship by boat. It's difficult to ship by air, by flight. The reason is, first of all, it's too big. Second, very expensive. Okay, so if we ship by boat, use a container, some of the very big machine, we need to separate, and then go to the customer's factory, and then we combine together. Because if it's too big, the container cannot 100% to put inside. So you need to structure a little bit. When you buy boat, and also there's a one way. If you go to Europe, in China, we also have the train. The train can do that. And we go to Vietnam, we can have a truck. It depends how you want to do it. But for airplane, it's a little bit difficult. The reason is expensive. Yeah. I hope I answer your question.
Okay, so Daniel, in case any one of you you feel that you still have questions, suggest that either you type into the Q&A button and then type your questions in there, or you can alternatively raise your hand so that I can enable your microphone temporarily so that you can ask the question so that it's easier to clarify. Yeah. Okay.
I saw some questions. Is it there any guideline for someone who have a zero knowledge? So you have no knowledge at all and experience in Alibaba.com, online business as the whole like me. Okay, so you have no knowledge of Alibaba.com, no online business. So what should I actually do besides to have a potential product? Thank for learning experience. I have never much interest. I have never had a much interest in online business, but this is actually stuck my set. Okay, this I think Karen. I think it's a Karen. Yeah, Karen is it's quite new, in online business. I think it's not only this is a common question. It's not only Karen. You have this question. Most of the audience maybe also have the same question. You will be doubt. You will be uncertain. You have no knowledge for online business. But however, what I want to say, online business actually is not difficult. It just like, as long as it's exporting business, it's similar. The only huge difference is you made the exhibition, the offline exhibition to online. You get offline to get the customers, you just change to online. What you need to do is you only need to learn some knowledge how to reach the customers. And this kind of knowledge, and your channel partner and Alibaba always give you some classes and always can guide you. And so far, what I mean, before maybe all of you are so busy, you don't have time to learn. But now you stay at home, you have plenty of time. So if you have no idea how to do it, you can study more. I really found out last 2 months, my group, we all stay at home, working at home. Every day we use 1 hour, 1 or 2 hours for learning. We learn a lot from another company, from Alibaba.com, and I also will give some link to, I also will teach my sales member. And they told me this is really good experience because they never can get so much knowledge before. So first learn and make yourself encouraged to really do online business. Second, a third part, as a business people, when you pay the money, you have no regret anymore, then you must do it. You always will do the things when you already pay the money, and then you just think the solution by yourself. Really, that's the way I push myself to do something. I hope this is really helpful to answer your question.
Judy, you can see the questions now, right, on your own screen?
No, I only see the Q&A code, no screen. You mean the chatting, right?
Yes.
How do you manage to still confirm and deliver the goods during the lockdown? Since you mentioned you security. Well, be honestly, what I want to say is, the country is locked down, but still will have some place they still can ship out. It's like everybody know right now, Italy is locked down. Everybody say Italy is locked down, but I still can use DHL, small package, send the mask to my customers. So it's not 100% say everything is locked down. The lockdown, the thing is some of the port, some of the, like the big container or like the sea or boat, but they still possible to do some with airplane, like DHL, UPS, small package, also okay. And after a few days or after some period, some of the port is open. So you need to find out this situation by yourself. It's like a lot of country, like Malaysia, also say, well, you stay at home, but I still can ship the mask to you. It's the same. You need to find out. Well, check the logistic company and then let them to tell you. They always have a solution to tell you which port or which area already locked down by government, but they still have another way you can go inside the country. Okay? Anything? I cannot see the question anymore. Nancy, still have more questions?
We cannot see the questions anymore.
Oh, there's one.
Oh, okay.
Michael, any government regulation that I need to complete if I want to start online business with Alibaba? My products are health supplies such as vitamin C and I don't think there's a regulation for vitamin C. You mean the medical things, right? The medical things you need to really check about the another country's custom. Some of you need to get some certification. For example, if you sell to EU, you need to have some European. You need to have some certification for medical good. I think you should check. Channel partner can help. because you already have some customers to selling the vitamin C, this kind of a product. I think they can give some idea about that. Nancy?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so I think because the questions you know, they are keep coming, and we do have a time limitation on our side. So I do suggest that number one, scan the QR code and leave us with your contact details so that we can actually set up a Ding Talk group, pull you in to share with you the slides, and then you can ask Judy further questions in that Ding Talk group. I think that's the best way to do it. And if there's other questions relating to the Alibaba.com Gold member, paid Gold member membership, I suggest that you contact Exabytes, email sales@exabytes.com, and then leave your details so that they can contact you to give you a phone call so that you can understand better. Because some of you here are not gold suppliers yet, and some of you have some experience. So we have a very, very big group here today. Okay, so I guess, Judy, can you see any more questions on your side?
Yeah, the YT is asking why the manufacturer is not selling directly through Alibaba.com, and how can you negotiate or communicate with manufacturers to allow me to sell their product? Well, in Alibaba.com, there are so many manufacturers also inside, so they will sell directly from Alibaba.com. And the only thing is, I'm trading company. Well, I have 5 accounts. I say that 2 of account is manufacturer. I also have a manufacturer as well, but WinTop, it's a trading company. If I'm a trading company, I will tell you, you talk to the manufacturer, you need to find your Malaysia manufacturer, which is not familiar with exporting. They need your support. You should have your own benefit to talk with them, the first thing. Second, think about it. You are one of the source to help them to sell products. They will be very happy. But during the negotiation, you need to get some more benefit from the factory support. That is when you have a big customers, especially want to check the factory, want to visit the factory, you must tell the manufacturer, first of all, sign the contract with you. Don't direct take your customer away. Not direct contact your customers. That's the first thing to protect trading company. Second thing, if some of the customers say, I only sign with the manufacturer, I don't want to do with the trading company. Some of the some of the customers will really say that. In this case, you can just convince your customer, say, well, we are the branch office, exporting branch office for the factory. We are come from factory. We are a subs company. Can do, as long as the company prove that. Because in China, not many factory have exporting, import and export regulate. They don't have that, so they always open another subs company to export for themselves. So I will suggest you just negotiate with the factory like that. It will be very easy to do that. Okay, the last one, is this source in Alibaba more expensive than the source in other platforms such HKTDC? It's not about the price. What I think I want to mention that, well, before, as I say that I'm doing business, so I try many different online platforms, like Global Resource, like Made in China, and Amazon, Lazada, and also Alibaba. Okay, what I want to say is, first of all, this audience. Okay, first of all, you need to find out you want to sell B2B or B2C. Okay, first define B2B or B2C. B2B, only few platform like Alibaba, Global Resource, Made in China, I don't know what is HKTDC. I don't know this one, but there's a few for B2B and B2C. B2C, you know that like Lazada, like Amazon, like Shopee. Yeah, this kind of a platform. First thing, divide it, your product, which part, what kind of things you want to sell, B2B or B2C. Second, when you choose a platform, you must find out if the platform have a well-known in buyer or not. How many buyer register in the platform? Because it's really not about the money. If more or less similar money, or even Alibaba a little bit expensive, I think I will choose it. I will choose the platform which have a lot of buyer inside and is famous. And Alibaba so far, especially before, I don't know how to convince you, but now I can say that this time coronavirus, you should know that Alibaba, Jack Ma spent a lot of money, free money, and to support all the countries. When China have problem, he bought so much mask and medical things to support Chinese government, support us. And right now it's global business, global coronavirus, and he bought a lot of masks and sent to every country. It's all from Alibaba's money. So he did a lot of things. We really found out this is not just a simple platform. It's kind of like the way they are doing. I think a lot of buyers accept, and I really think you should compare. Also, you can find some the price, because I don't know how much money in Malaysia, but in China, Alibaba is different price. It's more expensive than Malaysia. You can ask the channel partner, Azabite, and can give you the price, and then you can compare. Okay. Nancy, I think that's it, because I cannot see
more questions, right?
more questions. Yeah.
I don't see any more questions on my side as well. So, okay, so I think if there's no more questions,
I think there's one. Someone is raise the hand. That means have a question or not? I just saw Colin Yin Yong is raise the hand.
I don't see any raised hand.
I saw two. Just raise hand.
I think it's from earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, Colin Yong and Joe Ching, if you have questions, you can just type into the chat and Judy can see it immediately. Okay.
My question is regard to surgical mask. I see there's a lot of factory produce masks, and most of them are produce CE and FDA certification. How do I know which one is the right choice? Okay, I give you some idea to select the mask. So far, Chinese government is in the control, and from the 1st of April start, so this month, the control is really hard. If you want to buy a medical or surgical mask, they must, first of all, the factory must inside the government list. If they don't in the government list, we even cannot export to, we cannot pass the Chinese custom. That's the first step. Second, some of the CE and FDA in China, some factory are fake. Well, even I'm doing that, I also can tell you. So double check if you are selling to Europe, European, you need to check your European customer if they can clean the custom clearance or not with this CE. You need to double check, and you can check the CE and FDA in the website to see if it's real or not. Second part, you must check all the mask quality, if it's good or not, and do they have all the certification. It's not only CE and FDA, especially Malaysia, you don't need CE and FDA. CE is for Europe, FDA is for America. So what you need them to show you the testing report from the third party from China. Chinese government. It doesn't matter, no matter it's a medical or it's just for normal use. You must let them show you the third-party certification. I mean, the testing report. That's also important. And also for the quality control report from their own factory. So with this part, you can choose if the factory or if the trading company are selling good masks or not. Okay, I think it's clear. How do I select the face mask factory? Also the same. That is also the part I select. First of all, the main part for me is the mask factory doesn't know how to export, and the mask factory must be big, really big, high quality, because I will direct go there, go to the factory to control the quality and check the production line. And I don't just buy in without seeing, because I'm in China. So when I select the mask, when I select the factory, I must need to guarantee my customer get a good quality mask. That's the first thing. Second, I will go through all the certification, all the document they have, even the license, even all the report they have, and the CE, the FDA. I need to make sure from the certification side, from the license, from the quality, from the factory, and even the material I will control. So that is the way I select the face mask factory. I would like to ask, when I start up a platform or app, what is in order to continue to make people use? Okay, if you start to up a platform, if you join Alibaba.com, like this kind of platform, or you want to set up a complete new platform by yourself, it's not really clearly question. Because Alibaba.com, you don't need to convince customer to use, because they know it. Yeah, what is the IPP about? Yeah, this is my question as well. So how did you go to check the factory during the lockdown? How did you check your factory during the lockdown? Okay, when it's lockdown, I also cannot check, and the factory also cannot working as well. So part of it, we will first go through the internet document checking. So I will first ask all the, just think about it, online business, we cannot really go to check the factory. We cannot really go to see the product. How can you show your product? It's the same way. I will ask them to take video for me. I will ask them to take picture. I will ask them to make all kind of improvement to show me first thing. So I will first go through all the online checking, like document and pictures, video. After that, when the government is less control for the lockdown, so we can go out, I will go to check. I will select, for example, online, I select like 15 factories. Then after I selection, I only choose 3 left. Then after the lockdown, when the government opened, then I will just go to check the 3 factory at site. May I know what to put the product name and product keyword? That's a big question. I don't know we have enough time to explain. There's a lot of, I can speak that for 2 hours, product name and product keyword. Well, my suggest, the time is not enough. Asabai, your channel partner, will have the, first of all, the simple, they have the guide list to help you how to put the product name and product keyword. But my suggestion, just one tip, very important, never think up the product keyword by yourself. We don't want experience. We don't want you think up the name by yourself, because that is not customer behavior. What I want you to do is follow the data. Use keyword analysis to check your product name and then to find out what is the most popular and hot keyword is listing in your industry and use it. That is the most important tip for the keyword.
Okay, so time is really moving on. We were supposed to end the session at 12 p.m., but we are already at 12:45 now. So what we suggest for you to do is actually to email your further questions to sales@exabyte.digital. So I'm going to type it in the group chat right now. Okay, the email address, and then
Nancy, that's the last question, and it's I just answer the last one, okay? Because
sure.
it's a really full sentence.
Yeah.
Marcy is right down. I always purchasing from Alibaba.com. May I know why is the brand of the product is important in China? So the brand name, why is so important in China? Because when I purchase in skin care package, for example, like bottle, this kind of things from Alibaba seller, they ask me, so what is my skin care brand name? And ask for my logo to check first. May I know what is the reason? You mean you are buyer, and then you want to buy the skincare package from Alibaba.com, and then they always ask you what kind of brand name you used before. I never do this one before, but I think I know the reason. The reason is, you know, skincare is about healthy. It's about different human will have different skincare. So I think it's about more professional way. Some of the factory or some of the product, they need to have a very special guide to really test skincare product. They have a different kind of it. If they ask you normally what do you use or what did you buy, then they can compare and then to give you, to guide you, to consultant you what is the best way, what's best brand name or best product to suitable for you. I think that could be the reason. Because we always do that. Some of the buyer to buy the machine from us, and then but they don't have that much knowledge. Then we will ask, so did you use before and what kind of brand you use? Then we can compare, because as we are seller, we know our competitor very well. So if you tell me the brand name, the competitor name, then we will know which part is similar, and is it the right one for our product or not? Okay. So very good. Thank you very much. Still have more than 126 people follow me. I'm so appreciate. So final, I made a conclusion. It's almost like 3 hours talking and it's a long section. And I can't believe a webinar, online training also have so many people and continue without break. And thank you very much for Malaysia and supplier support. I wish I have a chance to have sharing with all of you again. Well, actually on March and April, I will fly to there for the offline training, but the coronavirus stopped me, so we changed to online. I will wish I have a chance to go very soon again, maybe on May. And anytime you need Judy's help, just say, and I already say that you guys always help me, and you help Judy once, Judy will support you all the time. So anytime you need support, and for, it doesn't matter for, no matter for medical goods or anything, any questions, free to ask, and I always there, and we always support. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Judy, for your wonderful sharing. I think we learned many tips from you today, and I hope that to all of you SMEs out there, on behalf of Alibaba.com team and also Exabyte's team, we thank you for staying with us until the end. Very important. Scan the QR code, fill in your information so that we can get in touch with you to share the slides. And also, if you have other questions related to Alibaba.com products and how do you start, where do you start, how much are the membership fees, you can get in touch with Exabytes. The email addresses is inside the chat. Okay, and then I hope all of you stay safe, and we hope that Malaysia will be released from the lockdown very, very soon so that we can organize some offline face-to-face events where we get to actually meet you. So once again, thank you very much, and we will end the session right now. Thank you. Bye.